Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Spectator Mode Podcast. This time featuring no Keith. It's featuring myself, Getsilius, my partner, Sif Scott, and the lovely Faith Lane.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, no Keith. It's time for us to talk about what we really want to talk about. Let's talk about how much we really love Nintendo, the greatest company of all time. I'm just kidding. There's someone else already does that. But before we get started to our lovely topics this week, let's talk about any games we played this week, or the recent games we're playing. Let's start with you, Faith. What you been playing this week?
Honestly, I've been hopping around a lot, mainly for work. Like, I've been playing GTA because I cover most of our GTA content on a different site that I work for. That I'm trying to like fill out getting like all of the weapons and like getting all the little stuff in it, which has kind of been a long journey. And then I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. I know, right?
Yeah.
And then I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley a lot as well.
Yeah. Oh, not to cut you off. So you're saying GTA. Are you referring to GTA 5 or GTA Online?
Mainly GTA Online. I'm not going to say I don't like 5 because that's kind of like a biased opinion, but it's not. I prefer Online. It's funner to me.
Cool. When it comes to GTA, I generally love the single story experience. GTA 4 was, New York, the best state, but it's all good. That's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I take it you're looking forward to GTA 6 then, if it ever happens.
I'm really looking forward to it.
All right. What else? Was that on your list, or what else you were playing?
Mainly those two for work, but then what I have been playing in my free time is just a lot of Pokemon. I keep jumping between all of the games, every single one of them. I'm just jumping between all of them. I'm like, just at night, it's like gambling. I'm like, okay, we're just gonna. Which one is it gonna be? Which one's it gonna be? I scroll, bam, that one.
Fun story. So fun personal story. My mother, when I got Pokemon Red and Blue, even Gold and Silver, she loved a Pokemon slot machine. Anytime I needed money, I would just give it to her, and she was lucky. She would just give me like infinite Pokemon money, and I would do whatever. That is my Pokemon experience. I stopped playing Pokemon post Ruby Sapphire because I just didn't keep up with it. I tried getting back into Scarlet and Violet, and it wasn't good. But I'm glad you're playing the Pokemon games. I'm hoping for the next Pokemon generation to just not be in the Pokemon Company's hands. That's just my take. Just not in their hands. It's a great series.
That.
Yeah, it's a great series. I don't want it in their hands. That's it.
Give it to Monolith Soft.
Give it to Monolith Soft, and it answered everything. And let's get.
Admit though, I am excited for the Pokemon Sleep. Maybe I'll actually get sleep now.
Well, and speaking of sleep, Scott, don't send us to sleep. Please don't tell me you're grinding another Trails and not one Trails and the Trails Begin game, huh?
What if I was grinding one of them?
Oh, geez, please, Scott, let us know what you've been up to this week.
Alrighty, so I've had two main games this week. The first one is probably the obvious one that most people have been playing is Tears of the Kingdom. And I do appreciate all the changes and the quality of life things that are done with it. I no longer have to worry too much about the rain until Thunder comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's only been like 6 years since I remember playing Breath of the Wild, maybe even 5.
Yeah.
Anyways, I totally forgot that when you have a metal thing on you, lightning hits you automatically. So, yeah, don't do that in thunderstorms.
That's hilarious.
But the second game I've been playing was Trails into Cold Steel 3. So I'm trying to finish up the Trails in the Cold Steel series to get myself back into all the lore and stuff that I will try to remember better when Reverie comes out in the next month and a half.
Oh, man. So the games I've been playing, as you may have seen on YouTube, I played A Fallen Knight. I just re-uploaded my speedrun of Stowaway, which is a political adventure game. It's really fun. On my personal time, I've been playing Power Core. They have a new character that came out. I'm trying to unlock. It's real hard. Playing a lot of Darkest Dungeon 2. A lot. And I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6, the beta. Played into it. It's an okay fighting game. It's, I have plus or minus takes from it, but the online works. So that's a good thing to figure out. And a lot of people have been playing it. So with that out the way, as we alluded to, there's been some leaks going on. And I think, Faith, you should probably jump on it. I'm assuming you're talking about the GTA 6 leaks.
I think it was, I don't remember what day the tweet went out, but there was a tweet about like the map, and I don't know if anybody's seen it, but like they were showing the map like being, it's like, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it because it's a really big map. It's like twice as big as the GTA Online map, But then it's like at the same time, I feel like, but maybe this is just because we've been waiting for so long, but I feel like it's not big enough, you know?
I don't know about that. It's like I've been another game I've been playing lately. I've been replaying the Mafia series. Mafia 1 is good. Mafia 2 kind of sucks. Mafia 3, I haven't played over, but I feel like big maps are a little bit overrated in a way. My personal thing about the GTA leaks, quotation mark, no insult to anybody. These leaks have been happening for so long, I don't know what's true anymore. Remember that guy on YouTube that was making the videos? Like, I have no copy of GTA 6, Rockstar, give that lying little scuzzbaz. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's like, when I hear GTA leaks, I'm like, even though it could be true, my brain's like skeptic mode. I don't trust any one of this.
I do like the idea, like, if this is the actual map that was leaked, like, I do like that we're maybe going to get, like, more cities. I do like that, because I always hate how when you log on, because I have, like, a house in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why, but it was, like, the first house that I bought. It's, like, in the middle of nowhere. And I have to, like, drive all the way to the city, and it's, like, all the way on the other side of the GTA map. And I'm like, having more cities would be a really nice feature, and I like that.
No, I think it's a cool idea.
I think they were talking about adding like better water too. Was apparently leaked. I don't know about that.
Watercraft.
It would be really nice to actually have realistic water, because like when I'm trying to like get something out of the water, I'm like, this junk is terrible. Like you can't see through it at all.
Oh man, if anyone knows map design, what city will be the portrayal city for like 6? People have been saying this was like Chicago. I know I haven't seen the map, so I don't think it'll be New York again, or I'm sorry, Liberty City. You know, they did Los Santos twice. They did Los Santos and San Andreas twice, so it's like I'm hoping for something new.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm expecting for GTA 6. I just know that whatever it is, I'll probably play the story and then forget about it.
Honestly, that it's all cool.
I just like collecting the cars, man.
Yeah, cars are cool. The cars are lit. What I liked about GTA 5, at least the story, I don't know where it's online, that you could kind of make your character get better at the thing they're doing. So I think that's kind of cool.
It's interesting. My big thing is I just liked being able to incorporate the multiple character things a lot better in GTA.
That was really good. I love the OST. Whoever is the music director that has good taste in music, they pull the right era, the good tracks, hidden and unhidden. It's just great. So if GTA 6 happened, have some banger OST, please. Just get the good music.
Honestly, I can't think of a GTA that's had bad, I guess, soundtrack music. They've always been pretty good. It's just the problem of, trying to remaster those games means we no longer get those soundtracks.
Yeah, and the definitive remaster edition is such a kerfuffle. We could probably skip that nightmare and talk another.
We don't need to worry about that.
You don't need to worry about that. And speaking of things we don't have to worry about, let's not worry about that, PvE content in Overwatch 2. Let's not worry about that anymore. It's out the freaking window.
That makes me so upset, though.
It does. So, all right, before I get into this, I usually want to ask everyone in the room, does anybody have good memories of the old Overwatch? Do we all enjoy it at some point in our lives?
Yes. Like literally as soon as you say that, I have flashbacks to this one time. I don't even remember how old I was. I don't even remember when the first Overwatch even came out, so don't even ask me. But I remember it was like the first year I think that I got my Switch, and I downloaded Overwatch because my friend talked me into it, and I'm like, I don't want to play this game. This game doesn't look cool. No, I'm good. And then I'm like, okay, I'll download it to play with you and make you happy. And then there I was, like a month later, playing it during like Christmas break, and I'm just like binging it, just playing it all day long by myself, and it was great.
Oh God! What, if I may ask before, what character or type you play? DPS, tank, or whatever, right? Support.
I mainly played as Reaper.
Wow.
But every once in a while I would play as Mercy, but I was a Reaper main, and I feel like I was pretty good. I mean, whenever I was like in a group chat with people, they always praised how good I was. So I mean, maybe I actually knew how to do something.
Oh my God, that sounds fun. Yeah. Scott, why don't you go to your Overwatch story before I kick it to mine? I'm about to shed some tears.
So I actually started Overwatch later on. I did actually get access to the beta because I thought it was an interesting concept, and I mainly got it and then never played it because my friend was addicted to the beta, so he played it forever and then bought Overwatch on his own account. But later on, when my friend started playing a lot more, I think it's like a year or 2 years after launch. I think it was like 2018 maybe. They actually they wanted me to start playing that, like when they started doing the free trial weekends, or like every other weekend. Overwatch is like you can have people play for free if you're like grouped up or whatever.
Right, yeah, those little, yeah.
I got wrapped up in that by playing with a lot of various characters. I liked playing as Reinhardt because I liked Giant Hammer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I played a lot of that. It's just I've never been a big fan of a lot of like FPS games. Like I tried Borderlands, beat that, and I like Fallout for the RPG mechanics and stuff. But I don't like a lot of the Call of Duty games, especially newer ones. I don't like a lot of the other kinds of things. So I wasn't that big with the shooter. But with Overwatch, it was a lot different for me. And I think it was because I played with a lot of friends at the time. And so we would always like trade roles. We try to see which one liked best. And I eventually turned into just like a Genji main because it was the character I never had to worry about aiming. I just dashed into people, dashed back out of them.
That's crazy. So my Overwatch experience is I played a bit on console, but I most switched to PC towards it. And I wouldn't call myself a flex, but I could play some DPS, but I would play tank and support. And when it came to tank, I was Harambe Monkey main. Monkey, I love Winston. Just hopping on people, sapping them. It just feels great. Just go Monkey. And in the support, I played a bit of everyone, but until Baptiste and Anna came out, I was literally Baptiste and Anna. But later on, just switched to Baptiste because he's my man. He speaks my culture, my language. He's a man. And I would play that. But those were good times. And the game kind of fell off because, honestly, there was slow updates. Mm-hmm. They were really bad at balancing of some things, and the content drip just got slowed down. It just ruined a lot of it. Now, when the content drip got slowed down, we know that Jeff Kaplan was no longer part of the team. He left because things. And what also happened?
That's a whole Activision problem.
That's a whole Activision problem. Yeah, that's a whole and that happened. And then we got this new guy called, was it Aaron Keller? He took the game. He says, Overwatch 2 coming out. It's going to be a new game. It'll be free. But those who bought into it, who bought the original, we promise to give you some nice stuff. We're going to make PvE content. That was the big selling point. This is going to be a more single story kind of lore focus because Overwatch, for all intents and purposes, has some pretty cool characters and some pretty cool lore.
Yes.
And they sprinkled that crap throughout the entirety, from the interactions to they sprinkled that crap through the interactions. They sprinkled it like in like the archive missions that you could play, et cetera, et cetera. So there's so much to learn about it, and only to find out that the recent thing, that thing got scrapped. It's never going to happen. There's no PvE content. They just couldn't do it. They didn't have the manpower or the resources. They're a small indie development company,
I mean, they probably are a smaller team at Blizzard in comparison to like all their other teams they work on. But that's still at the same time, they've been working on a lot of the PvE stuff that they've already shown like completed builds for the last like 4 years. And so it's just kind of a slap in the face for all those people who are hoping to see all these new changes that they apparently had in store back then. And we had actual apparent play builds for that they were planning on actually showing in BlizzCon like 2020, I think it was.
Yeah, exactly. And the term for that would be like, it shows vertical slices of demos of it. So we were all hyped. We all believed the good times that it was happening. But lo and behold, it wasn't true. It didn't happen at all.
Yeah, it's sad because there's apparently also there's also a pretty big layoff of Overwatch team.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the people who were working on PvE either A, got kicked out, or B, got switched over to PvP and said, sorry, PvE's canceled.
Right. And it was such a huge thing. And a lot of people in this devastated Overwatch community, everyone, like even people who are casuals, like, F Blizzard. I mean, it's really not hard to say F Blizzard. Now, this is going to be the weird time where we're going to talk about the actual reasoning, and Blizzard will use this in quotation marks, defense. So Blizzard says that they could not keep up this promise. This promise was made in 2019 from now, so that's roughly 4 to 5 years, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Give or take. And manpower is going to happen. It was going to happen. But we have a super roadmap that we promised. It's going to happen. We got a rework, we got maps, we got new heroes. We're much more active this time around compared to the old team. And I'm like, by the way, the PvE content they're promising, Faith, I want to tell Scott, hit him up, what's the sub 2 PvE content they're giving us?
It sounds like the PvE content they're going to be giving us in Season 7, I believe it is just going to be more watered-down archives missions that were either planned to be already made for the campaign or very, very cut-down versions of those maps.
Yeah. So, essentially, the thing is that we're just getting the same old PvE content, remember, from the Blackwatch event or archives or Trunkenstein. And not the same content. We're getting content similar to that style, just slapped on with new paint. And I feel like that's just Horde mode.
Yeah.
Those modes, I mean, they were okay, but they were just Horde mode with these characters you're locked into. Or zombies from Modern Warfare 2. And I feel like...
zombies did it better.
Zombies did it better, yeah. You know what? Look, if anyone ever played Horde mode from Gears and Zombies, I think Modern Warfare Zombies did a better job. I mean, I want to, Black Ops. I think it was Black Ops. So yeah, they did it.
Black Ops and Black Ops 2 had some of the best zombies of all time.
All time, yeah.
It's like, honestly, though, it makes me sad to sit here and talk about Overwatch 2 because, like, I remember being so excited when it came out to play it, and then I played it for like maybe the first week. And then, like, I just forgot it exists because it was so bad. And it makes me sad because I loved being a part of that community and, like, just playing them games. And now it's just different.
Right. That's just such... Oh, man, that's wicked bad.
I'm in that same vein, too, because I was, like, when Overwatch 2 was announced, I was kind of happy that they were actually... Like, it felt like they were actually gearing up to do something, because Overwatch 1 wasn't a bit of a, we release new skins, and that was about it.
Right, they just, they loot box, blah, blah, the content train was ending. At a point, I had, like, insane amount of loot boxes, I had almost everything I wanted, and didn't care anymore. And and by the way, in my opinion, the MMR system they had for rank was all intents and purposes dog poop, okay? It's just not good.
It was pretty much been that way since the beginning.
Yeah, it was dog poop in original Overwatch, and all you get is like, oh hey, you get a super sticker and you get enough points to make your gun gold. That's it. That's so whack. So the game was getting dried up. Goat's meta was slipping out. There was really just everything. We had 2-2-2. There wasn't much to it anymore. And when that happened, like Overwatch 2 came, it's like, okay, we made rework across the board. Healers can self-heal themselves. Great for animains because, we're easy to kill. Yeah, grandma getting killed out here. And, we dropped the tank to one tank, and we did to rework everybody else. And the one tank thing was actually really good because now you know who's a bad tank or not now. No more double barriers.
That too, but the way that they did the single tank too is they made it so tanks were just like making space in a way that they were just squishy DPSs at the time.
Exactly, yeah. And
they didn't want barriers because barriers was a problem in the first Overwatch. So we had Reinhardt with excessively less barrier.
Reinhardt Sigma. We had Reinhardt Zarya. That was goats. You had like another insane barrier combo. Not Reinhardt Monkey. There was
Orisa Monkey.
Orisa Monkey. Reinhardt Mystic. Yeah, it was insane. But with one tank, it just felt manageable. Yeah. And the tank made space. I think, in my opinion, the rework to Orisa was well done. Monkey feels good because I'm a Monkey main. It just feels good. Reinhardt's still Reinhardt. They're going to charge. You're going to charge. And Sigma, I play Sigma on the side. It feels strong. Like, it feels good. Like, Doomfist being a tank was weird, but if you had the skill, you can make this work.
Yeah.
Zarya having two bubbles was nice,
I did appreciate the Zarya change, even if I remember being extremely skeptical in the beginning of that.
Yeah.
But once I actually, got to play Zarya, it made a lot more sense why she had the two barrier thing going on.
Right. And with all that happening, we're like, okay, we got these reworks, we're getting maps, we added some new characters, we had Lifeweaver, Sojourn, Junker Queen, who else they added? I forgot what someone else. Oh, and the girl Genji, Kiriko. Genji.
Kiriko.
And so we added all these characters. We're like, that's great and all. Where's that PvE, right? And they're like, it's coming. Then it never came. And to me, we got this. And this is my opinion, right? That's just Blizzard L. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, they're promising us, and yes, they're PvP content. What justifies Overwatch 2? Is it really 2?
The Battle Pass.
Which is just as exploitative as the loot box.
I love the loot box system.
At least RNG was a thing. I mean, you play. No offense, you play Genshin and Honkai. I think you're a little skewed to RNG. Okay?
I have a problem with gacha. I understand that, but the loot box system, especially near the end, was so much better than it was in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean they had to loosen up on it, but it was just really bad. So it's like this is a Blizzard L because it's so bad. It's like, dude, the main promise is gone. What justified this being Overwatch 2? It just feels like Overwatch 1.5 or just Overwatch update 2.0. But it's not 2, you know?
It really isn't. The PvE was supposed to be the 2. That was the whole justification of the 2.
Right. And it just feels really bad about it. I mean, Faith, have you played Overwatch 2 or you just like, I'm out of here, goodbye?
I played it for like, I want to say maybe 2 weeks, and I like roped all of my friends into playing it, and I'm like, y'all, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Just trust me, okay? Buy it and play it with me. And then we start playing it, and it's just like, I'm like, okay, I don't like there only being one tank. I don't like how like damage is doing nothing. All
yeah,
you get sucked.
It's a lot like Overwatch 2 is more team coordinated. You have to like you can live or die by bad decisions by teammates. Even if even if you are a soloist and you try, it's just really hard. Like I had games where I was playing Batista had more damage DPS and like you're bad. I'm like, I have the most damage, the most healing. You're garbage. I am literally carrying you, huh? I am Batista. I am doing the lap. I am just going, you know.
Mm-hmm. So but, I kind of like I didn't want to give up on it, but then I kind of subconsciously I'm like, hey, let's play Overwatch tonight. Let's play something else, and then it just kind of grew, and I haven't played it since.
Yeah. Oh man, if you like, the only time I have fun with Overwatch 2 is just playing unranked, casual, whatever they call it. But that's it. I can't play ranked. But it's definitely it lost a lot of steam, and I'm gonna be a little bit mean mode here. But I think like one of the core problems is like for Blizzard now, if Diablo 4 is not good, this company is done. I mean that. The massive L's they gotten up to this point, if Diablo 4 is bad, the tipping point is over. Blizzard as a company is just done. I mean, you stop what is? I don't think they're going to hold a BlizzCon this year. I don't think it'll be a BlizzCon 2023, 2024 because the amount of bad news they've been given.
Yeah, I'm glad that they didn't try to hold this off at a BlizzCon. Can you imagine if they did wait to get this information at BlizzCon?
Oh man,
the amount of mode, but we're having 2 new characters.
Yeah, like jazz hands and like the new character right now, Lifeweaver. Everyone's like 50-50. Like, this is kind of like Lifeweaver's not a great healer, but a decent support. And
I haven't cared enough to even try.
Exactly. That's the thing. I tried them out and it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting. But at the same time, it's like another problem in Overwatch is like the healer support role. People think all supports are healers, and that's not kind of true. Because, Batiste does damage. And things like that.
Batiste has immortality and damage.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I could do both. But it's like, it's a lot. But it's, like I said, if Diablo 4 doesn't do well, this company is going to have a not good time. That's all I got to say. So, let's hope for the best. And let's speculate some other stuff. I believe the PlayStation Showcase is coming up soon, right?
It is. Maybe? May 24th. So we have like 4 days, I believe it is.
4 days. 4 days to everyone complains about Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of those. They're also going to have people calling Spider-Man 2 a DLC. And
I'm ready. Go ahead, Faith.
And I said, and I will fight those people.
Yeah.
I will be right there with you. I hate when people call like these things DLCs. It's just like they don't understand what's a DLC and what's a game anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's totally why I'm going to fight them. Mm-hmm. Totally not because I'm Spider-Man biased. No.
Yeah, Peter. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my beef will be I can't wait to make Peter Porker playable. I want my Peter Porker.
I don't think we'll get a multiverse Spider-Man thing until Spider-Man 3, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, we can always dream. The mysterious Spider-Ham and America Bunny. It's great, but I'm mostly expecting to throw their big guns at this showcase. I think this is a prominent time for Sony to be confident, let everyone know, like, hey, you guys like me, right? Remember all the stuff I did for you? Remember that time I made the games that did not come out like crap? Remember that? That was me. Neat. They
I
gonna
mean,
do something like that.
honestly, yeah, this is going to have to be a big showcase, not just because it's been dry the past, well, pretty much since God of War that it's been dry. So don't have a lot of the future going forward, and I think it's because they've been waiting on a lot of stuff to get finalized. And so this is going to be their big showcase to show off all those things they've been having finalized. And there's a lot of games that people are just wondering what just happened to them. One of those being like Stellar Blade, because that happened like a year ago, where it was like revealed that it was going to be a PlayStation exclusive, and it was going to now be published by PlayStation, and then it just like no other information got revealed.
Yeah, it's like it's coming out when they just tip out the room, like damn it, like
it's coming out on PlayStation 5. Okay, is there a release date? No,
no, absolute no. I'll see you guys later. The one thing I'm waiting for is like for the Final Fantasy 15 discourse is we need more turn-based RPGs.
Yeah,
Scott, let them know. Turn-based RPGs. Where will we find them?
I think we need more people arguing about Final Fantasy need to be a turn-based RPG for two main reasons. First off, we have a lot of turn-based RPGs now in the market, and a lot of them that have been probably done better, in my opinion, than how Final Fantasy have done it back in the day.
Whoa! You don't want to give credit to Robert Boyd for making Word of Madness slides. Let's chill with that, okay? It is. By the way, please, that's a really good indie RPG. You like turn-based?
It is. There's a lot of turn-based RPGs that is really good. There's a lot of turn-based RPGs out there that you can play that you can get dirty cheap. If you want to get like Cosmic Star Heroine, that's also a turn-based RPG.
Yeah, that's another. Like, same by the friend of the stream, Robert Boyd. But no, it's. I think there is a lot of them. You're just lazy looking at, or play the older ones. I highly doubt you beat Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2, 1 through 10. I highly doubt you beat 12. I highly doubt you beat all of freaking 15. Well, the first two of 13. The third one, I think, is an action one. Like, there's a lot. Okay, let's get that out the way.
I mean, you can tell if they've beaten 12 based on if they think it's by Star Wars or not.
Bingo, basically, yeah. And there's also other Square Enix properties that turn-based. You got the Saga series being remastered. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Plus, we have the Octopath series, which
we got Octopath really Uno Dos. Yeah, we got. Yeah.
But the second thing that I kind of really don't like them doing this is they're trying to force their own creative visions on a different creative team. A lot of these directors of Final Fantasy games have their own creative vision of how they want to play it, how they want it work, and it's somewhat based on how Square Enix says, but for the most part, it's up to the game director. A lot of the reason why Final Fantasy works so well is because of the creative director Square Enix puts on these games.
Right, exactly.
They're always pretty decent.
Yeah, they have good design. I mean, it's not like Yoshi P, saved the MMO market. I'm just saying it, but Yoshi P has good design, and he's insanely good at world building. If you played 14, like he is really good at that.
Yeah, if anyone has 100 hours of time, just play Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, enjoy. But that's the RPG argument out the window. But I'm looking forward to the showcase. Maybe they'll give us another Crash Bandicoot. I don't know. I'm pretty lukewarm on the thing. Like I'm hoping. I know they're gonna throw their big guns at it, but I want to be surprised. How about you?
Yeah.
How do you go with the PS showcase? PlayStation showcase. Yeah. Oh no. Faith is us. She's from Heretic. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know you said me. I thought you were talking to Scott.
No, I said Faith. Oh no, my English has gotten worse as time goes on.
No, you're good. I don't know. Really, I don't know. I feel like it would be too early for us to hear about the Wolverine. So really all I'm looking forward to is something of Spider-Man, because Marvel is my stuff and that's all I care about really right now. And that's what I want to see. But Marvel, obviously I want to see more PS VR games. So I want to see that. I really don't know what I want. I am excited for the Ghostbusters game, so maybe we'll see something more about that, but probably not. I don't feel very confident in that. But anything like that, but just mainly Spider-Man. I just want anything, even if it's just a tiny little snippet, just something.
Yeah. So again, if they just had a snippet of Peter Porker, that's good enough, right?
That's it. Right. That's all you need.
Yeah, it's wait, is this a game? It's me, Peter Porker, the Spider-Ham. Flies away. I'd be like, I swear to God, that happens.
10.
If that happens, I would legit cry. Be like, yo, he's done miracles on me. Put my hands up, praise. this is dog crap. I can't believe they made this. I'm like, they did it. My ham got it, man. Ain't no bacon on me. Oh, but no, I'm looking forward to, I guess we're all looking forward to showcase, see what they're doing. But I definitely feel like Sony's definitely much more confident this time around with the way the market shift. I mean, you got Activision Blizzard, like, in their L space. You got Microsoft recent kerfuckle with the Redfall thing. You got Nintendo being Nintendo, which is like, Nintendo's gonna be fine on their own. They're not gonna. They're not a threat to anybody.
They're not really competing with anyone but
exactly. They're over here. They're over here running their masterpieces at 30 frames per second. Like, Jesus Christ, these people work hard. And then like Sony's like gonna roll up, be like, it's my time to shine.
I mean, with how early they have actually like put their showcase, you could definitely tell that PlayStation is confident in what they're about to show.
Pretty much.
But I do have one prediction for a new PSVR 2 game: is there's going to be an Astrobot game. I am like 80% sure there's going to be an Astrobot VR game.
That's great. Oh, that sounds fun. I think. All right. So the thing to, I guess we're gonna wrap it up then, because I'm gonna wrap up the podcast with is we're gonna talk about a collection of fighting game news that came out. We had the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer, the Street Fighter 6 open beta that I had a chance to play. Asuka is in Guilty Gear Strive, playable on May 25th. They provided a trailer and a breakdown of his moves, and King of Fighters 15, Sylvia's ready to go. Sylvia Pauly. So let's start with the big one. Mortal Kombat's back, baby. Let's go. It's time for Liu Kang to do Liu Kang things, right?
Not just that, Liu Kang's going to be the freaking Raiden of this timeline, which I am actually impressed with. I want to see how they're going to work that out.
Yeah, it seems a lot of things are going to be different this time around. One of the things that happened weirdly is that there was discourse about like Mortal Kombat's excessive violence and then like the gore, because in the trailer they showed what I'm assuming is either story kills or fatalities in it, and they look with the graphics engine insanely brutal. I'm like, holy snap, this is getting real close.
We're gonna get some impressive brutalities.
Yeah, fatality. Like the thing is that like, so when it comes to my favorite fatalities in like the Mortal Kombat series, I've always enjoyed the fatalities of like Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 10. Because those fatalities were either between brutal to comical, right? They're just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the problem is that a lot of people, because of the gravity, they're questioning, is this game just a gore fest? It's just too violent, and there is some truth to that. But a lot of people in the MK community didn't take those feelings or the somewhat disgust of watching a guy get his head freaking squished like melons as a great thing. So that hasn't been great. Have you guys seen the discourse about this stuff?
Not a lot of it, to be honest.
All right. So
yeah, I really haven't seen much of it either. I know that I've seen some of it, like y'all talking about it in the group chat, but like I kind of skimmed it because I'm not a big Mortal Kombat fan, but I am interested in hearing about it.
All right, so let's go. So several people at the FGC had made tweets about it, and essentially, this essentially caused a thread. So, I don't know how to describe it. So, one person tweeted out, luckily I have this saved in the amazing system called Twitter Bookmarks, which in Twitter Bookmarks, you can just save people's tweets and hopefully you don't delete it, and then you can talk about what they said or not. So, some people thought it was a copy pasta meme, right? And they were like, this guy called Januya, he has a YouTube channel, talks about anime games, generally cool guy. And he's like, I don't get the gore and violence of the game. If you could take it out, blah, 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 it's not my jam, right? Essentially. And the thing is that he got DM'd and harassed for a couple of this. I'll read some of the DM harassing. How old are you? 12 weakling. Big effing big booty crybaby. Stop being a sensitive female dog. Go play fighting games that has bubbles and stars, right? Because all they pensioned out was, I'm not a fan of the violence. I think it's just gratuitous. It's not my thing, right? And they took this as a personal insult. Januya is pretty big, if you've seen it, et cetera, right? And it's a thing, and people got like upset about it. And one person made a thing about it. I read his tweet. It's good. It's like so. I noticed when Mortal Kombat, every fighting game comes out, scenes were hyped for the game, basically. But when Mortal Kombat gets to now, the same reason the community wants to say Mortal Kombat is too violent and gory, and wondering why NRS scene is pissed. It's simply because, like, Mortal Kombat, for all intents, even from, like, day one from the gutter, it's always been a violent game. Like, hell,
Yes.
like, personal story, my Uncle Billy brought in Mortal Kombat 1 from the NES in my house, and he thought it was cool playing Street Fighter. He's like, you want to be a big boy? I'm like, yeah, I'm a big boy. I can play these games. Brings in Mortal Kombat. Shows me a fatality where Goro just rips a dude's body in half. I had nightmares. I was like 7 years old. 7 years old. That's not cool, man. I just thought you just win KO. He's like, blah, gotcha. How fucking I'm like, no.
You're saying you got one of the uncensored copies, no?
Yeah, the good times, But no, I do understand the violence of the game and appeals to it. Whatever, get older. But I feel like these games, because the violence is getting it's always over the top, but because the graphics are there too, these are my take, it looks a little more realistic and put people at ease. Like, there's a difference between, like, Mortal Kombat 9, where Jackie Cage, hits you in the crotch and then puts a trophy in your head. Haha, funny, right?
Yeah.
It explodes. And in Mortal Kombat 10, Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage has a fatality where he grabs your head and bashes it into the ground for like a good 15 seconds. Your face falls off. And then now we have fatalities of guys getting their throat slit, chest blown out, head squished, curb stomped in full gory detail. I'm like, okay, this is it's looking the graphics make it feel, like I said, there's a difference. Look at the fatalities of the older games and look at it now. It's like, this looks very real. And by the way, shouts to the Mortal Kombat people. Their graphic engine looks really sick. From cutscene to uncut scene, this looks really good.
Plus, like, if it's anything like the Mortal Kombat 11 stuff, it's gonna be very cinematic.
Exactly.
So I can't wait to see how they do that kind of a story too, because even like with Mortal Kombat 11 being mainly geared as like a fighting game, a lot of their cinematics and stuff were just extremely well done in choreography stake, as well as just the visual representation and presentation it had. So I imagine that 1, is going to be so much better than that too, because it looks even better how they're doing it.
Right. And the messed up part is that this is the tweet that's been going around. I have a negative interest in the series. I don't care if they change it, but I hate the forced violence and gore of Mortal Kombat. That's the tweet, and that got him so much hate. And I think that is it forced violence? It depends. Up to you. But I think they took the NRS community that responded, or they took it too serious. They took it way too far. And I'm like, you guys okay? Like, you're acting like we're like, dude. Mortal Kombat is super violent. I think it was like the only fighting game that was like rated M, like at least in America, for like ever.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point that if you do the fatalities or whatever on YouTube, your channel, the video gets monetized. I've seen people like a YouTuber, True Underdog Gaming, nice guy. He has to censor his own videos. To put the Mortal Kombat symbol doesn't happen. He even plays characters like Devora when he does the combo. So when the blood comes out, it just looks like green or blue goop because they're an insect. So it's like, here's a thing, MK. Yo, YouTube isn't great, okay? How about you have a mode you get to turn off the gore or whatever, or the blood of it, maybe, so it won't be demonetized on YouTube. Help a brother make money. Like that's just it. But I do feel like, yes, some people can have that take. Some people like, this just feels forced compared to like other games. Like, all right, you beat the guy, then you straight up destroy them. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty up there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Mortal Kombat has been, by far, it's been the thing that's been the most violent in case of most fighting games. So they just continue to keep going more and more into that, which makes it even more and more unique for it.
Right. And I feel like it doesn't feel like my opinion, Mortal Kombat has some really cool mechanics like Combo Breaker and the EX moves and dash cancels. But that doesn't get really highlighted because people look at Mortal Kombat and go, oh, snap, you could kill someone and get over here. And
the X-ray moves.
The X-ray moves and the supers, exactly. So it's like, MK fans, don't get mad at people who feel kind of squeamish about it because it's graphically up there and it's pretty crazy as you compare it to other games where, like I said, it's just MK9 up. We're not going the old school. Like MK9 up where it's like, it was violent but kind of comical. Ish, but now it's like, whoa, dude, this just feels, intense. Yeah. speaking of things that are intense, man, Street Fighter 6 Open Beta, man, it is intense. I couldn't log in for like 2 hours playing it. Have you guys tried it?
I have not.
Okay.
I
I
also
feel like I
haven't.
should have, but I don't. I waited for like 3 years for even gave Street Fighter 5 a go.
Wow. Okay, you did the best you could, but you did play Auto Showdown though, and
Of course.
right, yeah, because they have God in that game, actual God. But on a serious note, Street Fighter Open 6 Beta, the online plays well. It's really good. A lot of the mechanics people are figuring out. Dash cancel or drive cancel is very powerful, in my opinion. It definitely makes closing out rounds and converting pretty cool. And that's about it. So far, the beta, in my opinion, Jamie, the Kung Fu guy, is really strong. I think Ken is okay. I think Guile has some pretty nasty stuff. It's because I played Guile. And Jury's pretty interesting, but I think it's pretty fun. The netcode works. I'm looking forward to, I guess, more content that comes out for it. I mean, Street Fighter 6 is going to definitely sell games because it has what people like me want: good netcode and playability, and it has single player content for everybody else. You can customize your avatar and do wacky stuff like fight pizza men in the street.
Okay, I want to fight a pizza man in the street. Do you get a pizza afterwards?
No, I don't think so. But there is even when you can fight somebody, they can throw an item at you and the round starts. It's kind of funny.
Can they throw a pizza at you?
We don't know yet. That's the next thing. Yeah, we gotta wait for that.
Oh, no confirmation of pizza fight.
Yeah, a few sites are happening. So Street Fighter 6 Open Beta, it's really good. I think from a mechanical standpoint, people are figuring it out, but I definitely noticed some strengths in a lot of things in the game, particularly the drive cancel is really strong. And I think it could be a hindrance or whatever, depending how this mechanic kind of explodes down the line. The next FGC news on the list is That Man, aka also known as Asuka, is now been located in Strive. This has made me like go, oh my god, because Asuka, aka That Man, has been the key villain or key bad guy in Guilty Gear, and now he's finally playable, and he's a zoner that summons spells and items to throw at your way and then kills you. He can summon projectiles that hit above you, below you, hit multiple directions. A projectile was slow. He can teleport. It's insane. He's a boss character, but man, it's going to feel good if you win with him.
So he actually is a good character to fight with.
If you're smart enough to hit all the spell combinations and abilities to get down, he's a big brain cell. Like he has 3 ability called test cases, I call them spell books, and each of them have like 6+ spells in them, and the spells are RNG. So whatever happens. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know because I usually always see where you unlock the boss character and always one of the worst ones to play with.
Yeah, because they don't want you to feel good winning. It's sort of CPU, man. It's like in King of Fighters. Rugal is very powerful in King of Fighters, but if you pick Rugal, it's not that great.
It's sad.
Yeah. And speaking of King of Fighters, Sylvia's out. She's playable. She was a favorite in King of Fighters 14. She was the weird alien girl that had electrical powers. I hated her because she was annoying to fight against. And for those who hate me, you can pick her and make me rage quit online. So if you see me, that's me. I'm not dealing with that match. I hate that character. But honestly, I think it's cool that she's added. This season, we had Shingo Yabuki, Kim Kopon, now we got Sylvie. So that's really cool. My favorite character this season so far is Shingo and Kim, but particularly Kim, because Kim, they brought back his super, where he does the bird comes out, the hidden suit death move from Real Battle Fatal Fury 2. And also in the Hidden Suit Death move in King of Fighters 2002 UM. Yes, I'm a King of Fighters nerd, I know, but yeah,
never would have guessed.
Never would have guessed. Yeah, play KOF, the meme, literally. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see when people figure out this character, or help this character get nerfed. I hate Sylvia, right? She's big money Sylvia, right? You pick her, you pay, you win. Let's put it that way. So that's all
how money works.
That's how money works. And that's all the fighting game news I have. Just wrapped it up, all the one neat package. If you guys have any additional topic to speak about, speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, this podcast is over. You guys have anything you want to talk about in my topics?
Everyone should play Trails games.
Okay, that's a good topic. Everyone should play more Trails game, because there's one trail and another begin. Seriously, Falcom, use this as your catchphrase for new games. It's damn good catchphrase. Probably even the best.
Good.
All right. Faith, do you have anything you would like to add Anything in last final notes? Topic you want to bring up?
I'm just waiting to see Peter Parker. That's it.
Peter Parker or Peter Porker?
Is there a difference, though?
There is. Have you ever heard of the Superior Spider-Ham?
No.
Oh, okay. So here's me gushing about comics. So in the late 1960s, Stan Lee made as a joke character. I mean, not Stan Lee. His boys made a joke character called Peter Porker. Peter Porker is the mysterious Spider-Ham in his universe where everyone are animals. You have Captain America, I believe, is a bunny. It's really insane. And in this universe, it's essentially like, think of it as like the animal. It was like a parody of the Super Pets from DC. And it was such a joke that if you see Into the Spider-Verse 2, he makes an appearance in there. The Spider-Ham.
That's precious, though.
Yeah.
Now I want to see this. I'm gonna have to look this up later.
Yeah, he was. His alter ego was Peter Benjamin Porker. He's an alternate universe. He has all the Spider-Man powers. Yeah, he was created by Stan Lee. But yeah, people who created him, allegedly Larry Hama, the great guy. Stan Lee was there. There was also Tom DeFalco, Mark Armstrong. But this was made as, it felt like a parody. It was Marvel Tales. It was really, really funny. It was a misadventure. It was like a one-off goof series, and he makes appearances in other Spider-Man series, and other like one-offs. His, he was in a What If. It's just a crazy time. Okay, and
that's cool.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse first, so he makes it. He's actually a character in there. You'll see him. Yeah,
I still need to watch that. I'm so behind.
Yeah, and speaking,
you will love it.
And what makes it even special is that if you don't know this, one of my favorite comedians, John Mulaney, is the voice of Peter Porker. If you haven't seen John Mulaney stand up, he's really funny. I enjoy him 150%.
Well, now I got two things to look up tonight.
Yeah, so he's insane. Like it's so much. I mean, all the like in his universe, here are all the characters I can think of, right? So in his universe, Miguel O'Hara, who's Spider-Man 2099, his name is Piguel O'Hara. Mary Jane is a buffalo known as Mary Jane Water Buffalo. Mary Jane Watson was also a crane called Mary Crane Watson. They keep messing it up. You had J. Jonah Jackal, that's J. Jonah Jameson. Again, they animalified the whole universe. So get an idea of how terrible it is. Like Flash Thompson was Flash Topcat. It is insane. Like you had a Captain America or Steve Mouser, Hulk Bunny, Dr. Octopussycat. I mean, this is insane. So this was a weird universe. They kept running as jokes, running in the Spider-Man. They made him appear in other comics, but it's just a running kind of like little gag. And it's also interesting. There's also, I believe Howard the Duck is also in his universe, so that makes it even funny. So Howard the Duck, where he's in this world, the animatronic world, is the Peter Porker world, I believe. So that's pretty much it. So now you guys know who Peter Porker is. So yeah, when I'm not saying Peter Parker or Peter Parker as a Boston accent, I mean Peter Porker, actual Spider-Ham. I want to see him swinging through New York City, going, "You can't slice bacon off me, yeah, slip it on there. It's me, the marvelous Spider-Pig." Like I want that. That's what I want. I want them to wait.
That would be cool for a DLC, though.
No. I want that to be the main game. I want everyone to be like, "What is this?" And it'd be like, "He's done miracles on me. He's done miracles on me." I want that to happen because I would legit hug a trophy on my freaking, Spider-Man Marvelous One and just like start crying and be like, "What are you doing? They did it. Those bad lads did it." Like that is the Spider-Ham in a nutshell. So if you haven't seen Spider-Man Spider-Verse, he's a prominent character in that movie. He's voiced by a great comedian, John Mulaney. He's new in town. He's great. And all his comedy specials are on Netflix if you haven't seen them already. So do that. That's it. With that out the way, that is me hamming up the ending of the Spectator Mode Podcast, episode 136. Thank you guys for listening to us. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, YouTube. Check out the Spectator Mode Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts are hosted. This is Getsilius, Faith, and Sif Scott signing out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.